All right, I'm actually live. I hope. I don't know if you can see me, and sounds like there's a couple things playing. Okay, I'm working this. All right, there we go. All right, I was hearing myself twice because I had it in the YouTube there, but anyways. This is my first time trying it with this software, and I knew it was going to mess up, and it sure did. So great. Well, it looks like I have a couple people watching, which is awesome. I didn't expect even one, so that's great. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do have a couple special guests. They're just going to kind of join, and we're just going to chat and see what happens. Who knows? We might not have anybody else show up, and it might just be a very boring show, but I thought, well, why not we talk to some people? So I have my very special guest, Jerry from Totally Rad Christmas. How you doing, Jerry?
I'm doing wonderful. Excuse the mess here in the closet. I usually have my virtual background up. Um, I just get better acoustics in the closet, but I'm doing great, and it's okay. Sometimes you're in the closet, and that's all right.
It's just when you come out of the closet, that's what we're wondering about. So,
Right after we hang up, probably. But no, yeah, I'm doing good. I just started a new job, and I'm trying to get used to it, and things are, you know, they're hectic right now, but I'm excited, and I'm excited to talk to you. Thanks for having me on, and happy anniversary.
oh, thank you. Yeah. So, yep, it is my 2 year anniversary. Well, the channel actually started earlier than that, but there was no videos on there until February 16th, 2022. I
Mm,
uploaded my first video, which was a ranking of all the 2021 Hallmark movies. And
okay.
uh, right away, I got 50 some thousand views on that. And I'm like, wow. All right, I struck gold. I know exactly what people want. They want Christmas content. Second video, I probably hit 100 views about a month ago. So it's
Get it. Yeah.
it wasn't as popular as I thought it would be. I kind of wonder if YouTube actually puts that out there to really get you into the mood to create another video.
It
And
could
then
be.
when you do create another video, they don't do anything for you, and it just sits there forever. So, although I do like that one, that second video I did was uh, the timeline for A Christmas Story, because I was talking to somebody and they said, "Oh, how long does that movie take place? Like a couple weeks?" I was like, "No, I think it's a week at the most." And so I
Hmm.
kind of figured it out, and it's an interesting video. It's just my own opinion, but yeah, there are 100 some people did watch it, so that's good. But hey, I actually got a comment here, and let me see. So South Memphis says happy anniversary. So thank you very much, South Memphis. I'm very happy to have people at least watch my show videos once in a while. I was surprised when that does happen. So And Jerry, you were actually the first person to ever reach out to me to be on a podcast. I wasn't sure I would ever do a podcast. I didn't think that was something I would be interested in. Now it seems like I do enjoy it, and that's why I started up this one. So I have to thank you. You were the first person to introduce me to it, and I think we did what, just the 10 of us, right?
It was just the 10 of us. Yeah, yeah, that was fun. We should do another one. I don't think we've done another since the A Team one.
Yeah, the
So
Thanksgiving episode. my my
that's right.
my Christmas expertise for the Thanksgiving episode. But
So- yep.
that's okay. It's the A team. I like talking about the A team, but
Well, I was like really searching for and I for a Christmas episode for the A Team, and I just couldn't find anything. But I really wanted to cover the A Team, and so Thanksgiving was the closest I could come. It's on the way to Christmas, so
well, and that's like that's my theory is that anything that comes out around Christmas or is around Thanksgiving, I mean, um, and is like a Thanksgiving like tradition. It's the Christmas season, so
exactly,
you
yeah.
I know you bend the rules for your podcast, which is the totally rad Christmas. It's supposed to be all nothing but 80s Christmas stuff. I know you find those 1992 things, those 1978 things,
Right, right.
but
And I did
yeah,
that. So yeah, originally you're right. It was going to be all 80s. But then I realized Home Alone is 1990 and Muppets Christmas Carol is 1992. So I
yeah,
thought, well, let me go a couple of years this way, and then I thought, well, if I go a couple of years that way, I guess I got to go a couple of years the other direction, and so, yeah. But I also bend the rules on what constitutes Christmas. So like we
yes.
covered the Karate Kid, which has like a couple of Christmas decorations in the background, and I was like, okay, I'm in.
It
Let's do it.
it takes place around Christmas, isn't like it like December 21st or something like that? Like
Yeah, it's like
the
December
Owl
19th
Valley.
or something,
Yeah.
right?
So I
Yeah,
mean, yeah. So why not? Yeah. I mean, they were
it's
about to celebrate
Christmas-ish.
Christmas. I
That's
I
right.
buy it for a second. Why not? I mean, I mean, people love Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Why not The Karate Kid?
That's right. Now, I will say that just the 10 of us episode we covered is Christmassy, and it is in the 80s, so it definitely counts.
I love that episode. I was so happy when nobody had reviewed that with you because I was like, I love that show, Just the 10 of Us. That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
shows. To me, that was one of I'm old. The TGIF, the TGIF of Just the 10 of Us era was, that was kind of before a lot of the other places and stuff.
Mhm.
Other shows had come on and stuff. Hey, we have another guest. I'm going to add him into here. And there it's I'm gonna add him here, and then we're going to switch over. He's in the green room right now. I'm trying to set him up here, and let's see if it pops up. And
Hello, hello, guys.
up, there you
Hey.
go.
Um,
You there? Oh, there we go.
very, oh, there I am. Hey, what's up, gentlemen? I am in the back of a chauffeured limousine. On my way to the Christmas Aficionado 2-year anniversary party. It's bigger than the Golden Globes Vanity Fair party. This is wild, guys. Thank you for having
Is
me.
it is
Well,
is that
thank you for
cousin
having us.
Seth's limousine?
Of course, yeah, it's borrowed.
Yeah,
It's not my own, but I
right.
heard he wasn't able to make it tonight. Who knows where he's flying off to? But how are you guys doing?
We're doing
I'm
good.
good.
We're
Yeah,
just
man.
sort of chatting a little bit. We were talking about the podcast episode that I did with Jerry. Jerry was the first person to put me on a podcast, and then Chad, you brought me onto yours, and I'm slowly taking over for you because I've been on so much
Uh huh.
lately. But
I know you're like the fifth Beatle. There's the fifth Beatle. There's the third Christmas cousin. Joe, you're
That's
like
right.
Brian Epstein.
but yeah, we
That's
were
it.
talking about we were just talking about just the 10 of us. Which I don't know if you ever watched that show, but that was something that we talked
I
about.
know that one. Yeah, you guys have a better memory for all this 80s stuff than me. I have a vague notion of it when you bring it up. But like Jerry, you're like, hey, Castle Grayskull. I'm like, yeah, that's the name of it. It's been on the tip of my tongue for 2 decades.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've always been into like that kind of thing. So they stick randomly, and yeah, it's good stuff. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
I know you
But I
guys
love
have good memories like that for sure. And Jerry, you had us on your show 2 times. No one's ever invited us back. That was wild. So
Well,
we get the first invite's
w-
no problem.
Well,
well, we'll get you
y-
on back for something else, but hopefully we can all join up. All join for something together.
yeah,
But
Yeah,
well,
that would be a blast. Can you guys hear me? Okay, it's coming through with the connection.
yeah,
it
I
yeah,
is,
apologize
yeah.
if not.
yeah. Your
Oh, good.
video's a little jumpy, but that's we can hear you. So I think that's
Hmm.
really all that matters. But yeah, I
Awesome.
mean, I guess that's a good invitation to talk about. I'm starting the Christmas Summit podcast. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. I want it to be about other people, and we all talk about Christmas related things because, of course,
Nice.
it's on the Christmas Aficionado YouTube page. I really like talking about stuff with people, but sometimes putting a video together that takes me 3 weeks to edit and of course not also doing the script and the audio and the graphics and then all the social media stuff which I hate. Uh,
I know.
it
It's a
allows
lot. It's a lot.
doing something where we could sort of just talk about things and put something out there for people to watch. To me, I think would be fun for once in a while. And it's not, I'm not going to have a set schedule. Chad, you've agreed to come on as as many times as how you want. We're going to be
Thank you.
watching. We're going to try to watch some movies and talk about them as we
Okay.
go along.
Nice.
And of course we got to drink, because that's you drink while you watch it. So maybe,
Mhm.
maybe while we're,
And it'd be good if the audience would drink too. That'd be great. We'd all be much better looking. So maybe we can encourage that as well.
so of
Especially
course, yeah.
me. I only get better with drinks.
That's right.
so, so maybe whenever we're watching a Hallmark movie and we come across a trope that we have to drink to, the dead family member,
Oh boy.
let's drink,
Oh boy.
Oof.
Yeah. All
We'll
right.
be, we'll all be
That
toasted
could
by
be
the
dangerous.
time.
Yeah.
so that's
By the first
that's
one.
but that's sort of like the announcement I want to make. I'm glad,
Okay.
we're trying out the software. It looks like it's working pretty well. I had a little bit of stumble in the beginning, but I think I'm figuring this out. So, yeah,
Well, that's exciting. It's going to be exciting. I like that you're branching out into different ways of doing it and bringing other people in. I'm honored. Thank you for having me. I do have a question for you now that it's your 2 year anniversary. Joe,
sure.
do you have a favorite episode of your own show?
Uh, I have grown to like doing the year and Christmas videos. Like when
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
I
did
like this.
when I and I like chewing the trope counts, but I'm going to be honest. The trope counts are probably 3 times the amount of work as anything else because I have to watch those Hallmark movies 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Writing a script about the movie while you're also trying to, figuring out all the tropes that are in it, and then you have to talk about every scene that has those tropes
Right.
in it.
Right.
And
And
so
get the clips.
and yeah, exactly. And then you got to watch the movie, and then the Hallmark copyright claim. Oh my God! It took
Oh
three
wow.
months. It took 3 months for me to finally get that latest trope count out. I finished that in
Wow.
September. I did not get it a good clean version until December. So that's
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So I'm constantly editing, taking that 5 second clip that it flagged to down to 2 seconds, stretching the video a little bit out, making sure that there's
Right.
something on it that it can't pick up, and then it comes together. But
And then overlaying the snowflakes, right? That's your trick
yeah,
to.
that's my new thing is I put the snowflakes over top of it, and all those snowflakes I have it set to random, so it constantly is changing the video every time I put them on top of something. So,
Oh,
uh,
so whatever sensors they're using are like, that's not Alan
mhm.
Thicke, that's a snowflake. You fooled us. You're fine, Joe.
Exactly. It seems to work so far, but I think the year in Christmas video, I did in 1989. I started with that because that to me is the year I remember everything.
Hmm.
That's my
Hmm.
favorite year. That was the year Batman came out. That was the year Indiana Jones
Yes.
came out. All that stuff was like, and again, those aren't Christmas things, but that's the year I probably started like paying attention to what came out in the movie theater. Um,
Hmm.
All right.
and so,
Ghost.
I
Is
was
that the same for you, Jerry, that year?
It's one of those, yeah. Usually, especially when people ask like what is the best year for movies, people usually either say 89 or sometimes 80, what is it, 84?
Mm,
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, to me, I remember 89 a little bit more. And
Hmm.
again, it's because we were older, some of more of my interests were in theaters. So yeah,
Hmm.
Batman, I was like all in on Batman. Indiana Jones, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Ghostbusters, like we
yeah.
mentioned. All
That
these
was
that are
all
like
in
just
'89,
classic,
huh? Wow.
all in
Hmm.
'89. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. So
89 was
that,
a
and I
big
remember
year.
in '89, I got like a big Batman omnibus, just like a big
Mhm.
collection of stories, comics, and then also Mega Man 2 for the Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I was, yeah, I was stoked for that. In fact, I'm wearing my Mega Man T-shirt right now, but
Awesome.
uh,
Look at
yeah.
that.
Hey, I got another comment here from Michelle. She says happy anniversary. So thank you.
Yes.
I got people
Hmm.
watching this. Like, I'm surprised.
I
I'm
Well, you haven't been
surprised.
around for 2 years for nothing, Joe. You've got a
I
big
know.
following now.
I
You got
know.
over a
That's
thousand
right. That's right.
subscribers,
I
and
know.
yeah, blowing
But
up. It's awesome. It's good. It's well deserved.
yeah, well, I'm actually working on Year in Christmas 1986. I'm
Nice.
doing the,
Nice.
I'm in the research phase now. 87 was a big video. Like that had, and Jerry, you
There was a
commented on my
ton.
post. There's so
Yeah.
much TV in that one,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
and
I
trying to cut down like what like the most essential stuff was tough.
I actually started
Hmm.
watching that video in 1987 and just finished. That's how long it was, Joe. That
it
was
was
a monster video.
it was the first cut was it was an hour and 15, and I had to cut down because it was just too much. And so I do things where I focus on a TV episode and I talk about it for about 50 seconds. And then I do like little short clips of ones that aren't maybe as popular or the ones that I remember. And then there's the
Hmm.
specials, like the amount of specials
Yeah.
that came out in
Garfield,
1980.
claymation. I mean, there's a ton.
Well, and here's
I
How
the
do
think A
you
thing.
Mouse,
guys?
A Mystery of Me. Yeah.
Oh my God. How do you guys even think or know what's up that year? Is that from research or do you all go all from memory? Because there are ones like
So
My Two Dads you totally forget about.
Hmm.
So yeah, a lot of it is memory, actually, believe it or not. But then
Hmm.
there's
Yeah.
stuff that a lot of the obscure stuff that you just Google 1987 Christmas and see what pops up, and then you're like sorting
Right.
through all sorts of lists and weeding it out. But yeah, I think because I kind of live in the 80s, I kind of remember just some of this stuff.
Yeah. There's
I
also a
live there permanently. I don't know.
there's also
Right.
a wiki page that has all the Christmas stuff that
Right.
came out every year. I use
Hmm.
that.
Ah.
I have to give them credit because I use that as my first step when I just looking to see what came out. Because a lot of times I can't remember when Kate and Allie put out a Christmas
Right. Right.
episode, but
What? You don't remember that?
Yeah.
no,
Come
no.
on, Joe. That's a
In
seminal
fact,
moment.
Yeah.
watching 1987, I had never seen an episode of 21 Jump Street in my life.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Mm.
Hmm.
and so I watched that episode, and it was a good episode. I liked
It's
it.
a good episode.
Right.
Yeah, I did
And
an episode on that, and it was
Oh, you did?
deep. It
mhm.
was deep. I was not expecting that. Yeah,
And then
it's like
the
wow.
thing that I
I have to
loved, and
catch that.
Jerry, I heard your podcast on it. You guys did the 1987 parade, Thanksgiving Day parade. You had
Oh,
put that out
hmm,
right while I was doing the research for this, and I had just watched. I didn't watch all of it. I kind of skimmed through it,
yeah,
but I
yeah. I did
saw
too.
so much gold that it was
Is
just
that the
like
one with the Cabbage Patch Kids?
the
Is that the
Cabbage
one?
Patch
Yes,
Kids,
the creepy
They
ones.
look
Webster.
Yeah,
sickly. That was
They
weird.
put
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lewis like on this like
I
this
saw
this
that. I saw
yeah, and
that.
it's so sad because they're just showing
oh
like
man.
it's hard not to like I don't mean to laugh, but it the way that they presented him on a
Yeah.
saddle, and they're just
Hmm.
pushing him down
Not
the middle of the
dignified.
street, and he's got a
No.
seatbelt on, and it's just like, oh my god, they're like, and here
Well,
is Webster, and he's waving, he's having a ball, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, and
well then
sometimes I'm
Patrick Swayze just
on a
dressed in
horse.
black, riding a horse down the street.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Who
What
would
does
have ever
Patrick Swayze have anything to do with a horse?
or
In
being
pop
in the
Right.
culture at that.
yeah or in a
Yeah.
Right.
Thanksgiving Day parade like
That's
Which
right.
Nothing
It
sounds
was
says
odd.
things. Nothing says the holidays like Patrick Swayze on a horse. I mean, it's the
That
'80s. There's a lot
yeah.
of
I
weird stuff
y
going on.
I've heard you say that before. That's true, yeah.
Yes,
And
if
then
I had a nickel every time I said that.
and then my favorite was when they did the Marvel characters fighting each other to the Back to
Yeah.
the Future music.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
and RoboCop was there.
RoboCop.
It's
I
like,
had
"What?"
that clip in my
Oh, man.
video was a lot longer because I had featured RoboCop, but the Back to the Future music kept getting copyrighted claims, so I had to keep
Oh,
cutting it
no.
back because like that was just pure gold. And like normally the parade, I just pick something. I always start with the parade in those videos, and I pick like what I think is the funniest thing.
Mhm.
I had so much. It was like 5 minutes. The first edit was 5 minutes long of just the
Oh my
parade. And
gosh.
I was like, I got to cut some of this down. And I wanted to keep as much of the RoboCop as I could. But unfortunately, when he comes out, it's when the Back to the Future music was so loud in the video that I had. So yeah, unfortunately, he got cut.
It
But
didn't work.
it
No.
was
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But when I heard you guys, I think it was Anthony was with you. You guys were talking about
Mhm.
the parade, and I was just like, I'm watching. Had just watched it, and I'm listening to you guys talk about it, and I'm like, what's the coincidence that you
That's
guys would
funny.
be? Yeah. So, but I'm gonna let you
They're
know.
probably like, wow, we had two new views, first time since 1990 or something. That actually people were watching it on the same day.
Yeah, but I have to let you
For
know that
real.
1986, it's it's not a great year. It really isn't.
Really?
Like my research
On
so
the
far,
yeah.
it's not like there's not a real lot of movies. There's not a
What a
lot of
what a
good
promo!
episodes.
What a
Yeah, I
promo
know.
to get people to watch.
That's right. That's right.
I've been.
1986, not a great
Oh,
year.
It wasn't. It was a
You
good
might
year
want
for
to skip it.
Christmas. There was a few good things, but I think
Yeah.
this video will be a lot shorter than 1987.
You
Unless
guys
I
need to
that's
find.
do a crossover because Jerry, the Hallmark Dream Book episodes you do really lend themselves well to the videos. Because if you could see that creepy
if we could
mime
see
from
it, it'd be
Pink
better.
Story,
Yeah.
whole nother
Yeah,
level.
and
Yeah, whole nother
I
level.
I need to do video. I'm already like still editing. It takes me so long. I'm at like an hour and 15 minutes for every hour, or excuse me,
Right.
2 hours and 15 minutes for about every hour of audio. So
Oh wow.
if we do like an hour and a half show, I'm editing for like 3 hours, and it's just oof. So
Oh my
video, I
God.
don't even want to. I'd have to do something live like this.
Yeah,
Um,
Right.
and
it's
I
not that
seriously
bad.
have zero idea how.
It's not that bad doing it this way because you can share like you could share your screen and do stuff. Oh, I have another comment.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There
And
we go.
Chad is the fourth cousin. I am the third from Michelle.
All right. Okay. I like that. This is the Christmas Summit is in full effect right now. Is this officially the first Christmas Summit episode, you think, or
No, I
how are
think
we ranking
Is
this?
this
this is just
is
a
this
test.
episode 0? Let's call this
This
episode
Yeah,
will
0.
be episode 0.
episode
Yeah,
zero.
yeah.
And thank you, Michelle. I'll be a cousin to anyone. It's fine with me, especially if I get in the will. So
That's
whatever
that's right.
works.
That's right.
So
Leave me all
Chad,
the Christmas ornaments.
where are
That's
you
right.
going? You're in a car. Where are you guys going?
We're actually going home. We have family in town visiting, so we were just out with them. So we're heading home. My driver is driving right now. It's actually a chauffeured Maybach. I don't want to
Nice.
brag. So, it's on loan from Seth. I have to return it on Tuesday.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
it's yeah. So I'm staying up. It's a wild Friday night. I'm just we're
But
heading
yeah,
home, and that's it.
the condition to borrow is that you had to wash it yourself, right?
I had to watch it, and I had a cover for him on tonight's episode. So
That's right.
that was I don't know what happened to him, Joe. But if I'm not there to remind him 100 times to hop on, cousin Seth is not popping on. So that's I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, so now
Oh,
that
here
Michelle
another
says
comment.
no, Joe, you are the fourth. I'm the third. Oh,
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 okay. So
okay.
Joe, right? Okay. So I think Michelle is one of the cousins now. So you're an unofficial cousin. Joe's an unofficial cousin. Jerry's an unofficial cousin. So we have third, fourth, and fifth, I think, right now. So
I'll take
that
it.
works
I'll
out
take
well.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
oh but
Which Michelle is this? Is this the Michelle who's been doing the lives with us all week? We had two Michelles. So which
I,
is this one of the Michelles? Because hi, Michelle. If it is,
I am not sure. It
good
just
to
says
see you.
Michelle. So if it is, then I would assume it is because
Okay.
yeah.
Jerry, we had a whole week of Instagram lives this week, Monday through Thursday. Joe joined us every night. if this is the same Michelle, she was there, I think every night and almost every night, and it was such a fun time. We were having a blast, laughing, and that was fun, right, Joe?
I
It was.
I saw that. It's hard for me to get on at the times that you guys do it. Like I'd really
Yeah,
have to schedule it early enough, so I wasn't able to actually to view it. But I saw that the lead up to it, and so yeah, I'm glad it went off really well. That's amazing.
From
yeah.
the
It was
Heinies.
more viewers than the Super Bowl. Oh, okay, yeah, from the Heinies.
That's what I
Awesome. Well, good
heard.
to see you again,
I
Michelle.
I heard you
Yeah,
shattered a bunch of records this year. Yeah,
we did, especially when Taylor Swift came on and Tyler Hines. We had Taylor Swift, Tyler Hines, the whole thing. We broke the internet a couple times. Wild week for sure. So, and
I
Michelle,
just
thank you for joining. That was fun having everybody hang with us. That was it. We brought our dogs in one night. Everything. It was cool. Winifred,
nice.
Joe's dog. Where is Winifred tonight?
She's downstairs, probably sleeping. So I could call her up, but
See,
I
Jerry,
don't feel.
Joe would do
I
a
don't feel
shot.
like doing
Joe would do a shot of whiskey, and then Winifred would lick it off his beard. It was really, it was
it. If you
symbiotic.
notice,
It was
I shaved it.
beautiful.
I shaved it today, so I
Oh, I
don't
can't,
know.
I can't really
Yeah,
see
Oh, it's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was just getting.
for the big event.
I let it grow starting the beginning of the year, and then at some point I just have to cut it off. So I cut
Oh,
it
I
off,
see.
and then my
Yeah,
hair's doing some weird, crazy stuff today. So I
Yeah, I need a haircut too, but pretty soon
yeah.
I'm not gonna have much hair to cut, so I kind of
Get a
tend to let it
discount.
go as much as I can.
Hey, Carly is watching. She says, "Hi all,
Hey,
happy
cousin Carly.
anniversary. The Heine week was great." So
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. We did have a lot of fun. That was awesome. Well, thanks for joining again here tonight on Joe's show. Joe's killing it hosting over here. I hope I'm
yep.
coming through okay with the video. So, okay, good. Jerry, how are the Ratty Awards voting going? I'm pushing everyone to vote for us. I've got to win these.
There,
We've got to win these
we've
two
had a lot of
categories.
responses. There are
Okay.
some really, really close races, and then there's some that are
Oh,
blowouts.
really? All
Yeah.
right, I'm pushing it. When did the voting go? When does it go until?
So the voting's going to end on March 1st, and
Okay.
then
So as long as
the
we
Ratty,
wire you the money, if we wire you the money by February 29th, we win. Is that what happens?
you're in. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Ratties themselves, I always do release them on the anniversary of my podcast, so it would be April 14th. So that gives me
Nice.
enough time to get
Oh,
it
okay.
together. Yeah,
How many
but you
years is
guys are
that now?
coming. You got the invites. You're gonna
Okay.
be there. You might present an award or two. We'll see what
Oh,
happens.
I love that. Is it
Nice.
So,
black? Oh, can I do the red carpet interviews like Joan Rivers?
oh, oh yeah, yeah. We
Gonna,
have the red
that's been a
carpet and
dream of
everything.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
How many
Okay.
years have you been doing it, Cherry? It's like what,
So this will be
four?
the fourth.
Fourth,
I
yeah.
started it in the second year, and so it was to commemorate everything from the first. And so now that season 5 has started, we're going to do the Ratties for season 4 and that whole year.
Nice. Well,
So
Right.
yeah,
there is a
the
Thanksgiving episode that we should all vote for. Where we talk
that's
about the
right.
18. There's only 3 options, so hopefully I actually win a ratty this year. I lost last year. I didn't. I
Oh,
did
wait,
not win.
you were on the Thanksgiving one with the Cabbage Patch Kids? Is that the one?
No, I was on
No,
the
no,
things.
he was on the A team one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about the
Oh,
18.
Joe, I hope I voted for it. I don't know. I didn't know you were on it. I definitely would have. But
Well, you could vote again. I
You
think.
can
oh,
vote
I've already
again.
get. I have
No, that's the
robocallers voting. Yeah,
that's
don't
okay.
worry,
I
guys.
like that. Let's
Yeah.
let's bump those numbers up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So
I
like
would.
the first year we did, it was no matter what happened, Anthony from Tis a Podcast could never win.
Mm.
He even lost Raddus New Yorker, and he
Oh
was the
my
only
gosh.
like true New Yorker, so that was kind of fun. The second year was all mail order
Oh no.
episodes. So they were like secret episodes, and Mike Westfall was nominated for everything, and no one could figure out why. Last year we had a whole Back to the Future thing where Julia from Tis the Podcast tried to ruin the Raddies and erase Anthony from history, and so that was fun.
Oh
And
no.
I can't tell you what's
Controversy.
happening this year, but I have a plan, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. So
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
All
Last
right.
year I lost. It was like Raddest Newcomer or whatever. Because for the Just the 10 of Us episode, I didn't win.
mhm.
I was
Oh,
walking on my podcast. I was walking, listening to the podcast. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna win! I'm gonna win!" And nope.
uh-huh.
I should have
And
known.
you can only be nominated one time for
I
that.
know
Only
for
one
that. I
year you can
know.
have.
I could never be
Wow.
Raddest Newcomer ever again.
Well,
So
No,
Michelle
but
and Carly, if you're still watching, if you haven't, can you go on and vote, please? We need some. We're up for 2 categories. We need to bring this ratty home. We're up
there's
for
links in
the
my bio. Yeah.
best live action, and best newcomer. I think, or raddest new guest and raddest live action. So link is in the Totally Rad Christmas bio. That's right. We need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
bring this home. I have a
Yeah.
spot on my mantle for it, right next to my Golden Globe. I can't wait.
Oh, there you go.
And if I run out of space, the Golden Globe's out of there for the ratty. Don't worry, Jerry.
All right, I appreciate that.
Oh,
I
we
mean,
just
we are
got
the
a
Is
greatest
there a
award
physical
show for
award?
Christmas podcasts ever.
Right.
Let's say yes.
Is there a physical award? Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
we'll say
Go.
yes. Why not?
Okay. Black tie affair for
It,
the event that night.
it is, but usually people come in Christmas themed black ties. So like last year I wore like a
Okay.
Santa inspired outfit. The year before I was a more Home Alone inspired. Someone wore like Buddy the Elf and things like that. So
Oh
So
wow.
Carly said she's gonna
Okay.
vote. So
thank you. Appreciate it.
Every vote counts. It's very important. It's the most important election of our lifetime.
It's true. It's true.
I will be
Until the
in the
next
house
ratty.
in a second. Let's see. Okay. That's right. Exactly. Hey guys, the dog. They just walked in. The dogs are going crazy. I'm going to go into my main room
Thank
so I'll
you,
have some
Michelle.
lighting
Thank
and
you.
better internet in a second.
so Michelle says
Yeah.
she's gonna
Hang on one
vote,
second.
and then she
I
also
appreciate
said,
Oh,
that.
great. Thank you,
and
Michelle.
she also said that last week was fun. So,
Mhm.
Oh, thank you. I will have
I
lighting in a second, guys. Thank you, Michelle. We appreciate it. It really was fun.
So
There we
yeah,
go.
I
Hang on
mean,
a
yeah,
second.
Jerry, I don't know if you were a Heine or not. That seems to be that was the big thing last week was everyone is a Heine. We were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a Heine?
I like his movies.
There you go. I think that
I mean
counts.
that if that counts, then sure.
Yes.
I'm definitely more of
There we
the.
go.
There.
Did he come out in anything in the 80s? Because,
Right. I think
I
he
don't
was the
but no,
think
yeah,
so.
baby in the 80s. He was
that's
acting since he was a young
probably.
kid, though. He was acting
Was he
very
really?
young. Yeah,
Hmm.
so
Oh
he has a
wow.
long career. And we found out a lot about him this week. We watched some of his shorts, which are completely dissimilar than his Christmas movies. And the guy has amazing acting range because they're totally different. And he's also
Oh,
a really good dude. He really looks after his fans, really cares about them. His whole
that's awesome.
ethos is spreading kindness. So we started, just Seth and I, kind of liking him as the actor and investigating,
Now,
kind of what was going on,
now
and ended up
you stan
really,
him.
yeah, dude. Well, we definitely
Right,
stand him. He seems like a really good dude. Yeah, for
right
sure.
on.
So
That's
it was
awesome.
a cool event. Yeah, and the whole tradition of doing the boot shot, the whole idea behind it is when you're thinking of someone, reach out, send them a picture, doing the boot shot, just a way to connect. It doesn't have to be alcohol; it could be anything. And who doesn't need more of that in the world? So it's really a cool movement. And as much as
True.
we, like to joke around the podcast, we were actually, Seth and I both were discussing how we get it. We get the whole thing, and we really end up appreciating it. And the Heine community, and they've been awesome and welcoming. And so it was just a fun event. And also, when we had, the tragedy Wednesday, everybody got to kind of come
Right.
together and have community. It ended up being wonderful, wonderful time. To be able to do that virtually is a blessing. I'm letting my
Hmm.
dog in. Come on, Astra. There he goes. He's excited. I just got home. Come here, come here, come here,
So
come here.
so Carly's giving us an applause. Probably because
Oh,
we're
thank
talking.
you, Carly. Come here.
About Tyler. I mean,
Come here. Yeah, right. You see, I
and
don't know if you
then
can see Astros going crazy down here. Daddy's home. He's going crazy.
and
Okay.
Michelle says, "Yep, out of the womb." So I assume she's talking about Tyler still, but
It's yeah, his acting
Yeah.
maybe.
since he's been acting. So, but
Yeah, I think, yeah, he's been acting since a little kid, so that's very cool. Yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
Where is the
So
event?
it's a
Is she
fun
talking
event.
about which event? Is she talking about the Raddies? Or is
Well,
she
yeah.
talking
I
about
mean,
a different event?
well, it's
So
probably the Raddies. Yeah, where is
so
the Raddies take place?
we always host them at Decorators Warehouse here in Arlington, Texas. The Texas's #1 and largest Christmas store, second largest in the nation, and
Wow,
that's we go all out. So if you're gonna have a Christmas award show, you gotta set it in a Christmassy place.
that's going to be fun. I'm just
We
making sure
should
my
get
battery's not dying here.
we
One
should get
second, guys.
Seth to
Oh,
fly us down.
25%.
Oh
Can you
We should
yeah,
hear
get
me?
yeah,
Am I
yeah.
coming through?
yeah.
You're
You are.
Did
Yeah.
frozen,
I
but we can
freeze?
hear you. So, yep. But we should get Seth to fly us down because come down to Texas, come down and see you, and then walk the red carpet. Who are you gonna wear,
That's right.
Chad? What are you gonna wear?
Hello?
Can you hear it? Oh,
I think
did
I
we lose you?
froze.
You're frozen, but we can hear you.
You're frozen. We can still hear you though.
Oh, we lost him. Well, Oh, he's joining again. There he is.
There
Okay.
you are.
Your internet
Isn't that weird?
sucks.
It worked perfectly in the car. Now I'm
In the
literally
car,
next to
yeah,
my
yeah.
modem. I'm being, yeah, I don't know.
You, I think you've been punked or something.
Yeah,
Seriously, I know. I'm being irradiated by my modem and it's not working. So,
so
Born in the
born
Michelle
80s.
in
said.
Nice.
the 80s.
So Michelle was born in the '80s.
Or is she
Um,
talking
Or
about Tyler?
Tyler was
Either
born
way,
in
it's
in the
Tyler's
80s.
born
either
in the
Either
way,
way.
'80s. Okay.
awesome to both of you.
Yeah. That Jerry has that tattoo on his lower back. Born in the
That's right.
80s.
Yep. Yeah, it's not quite a tramp stamp, but it's almost there.
Right. Or at least stuck in the 80s. It says something like that. So,
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
when did your page start getting more critical mass? When you had like a big jump from like 50 to 100? Because we saw that with our podcast. It was like, oh, can we get to 50? Then all of a sudden it was like 1,000, and then you see it going. Was there a one special that you had, or one show that really got people going?
Year in Christmas '88. That
Uh,
video just took off. Like it shocked me. Like because I put out '89. It got a few thousand views, which is actually pretty decent for me. And I was like, okay, I enjoyed making it so much. I was like, I'm counting down the '80s, and then I'm gonna go to the '90s and go up, and then I'm gonna hit the '70s, '60s, and '50s. I'm gonna just go as far
oh,
back.
cool.
I
Right
dread
on.
I dread the 2000s. I mean, that's 5 years away, most likely at this rate. But think of how much stuff comes out now. Like, how
Hmm.
would I ever
Right.
cover anything like that? So
That's
yeah,
true.
The 90s was fun. There was so much good and awful things in the 90s that I think people will reflect on. And then, I was born in the 70s. I grew up watching 70s TV shows in the 80s. Like, I love all that stuff, so I can't wait to cover that. I was actually watching the other night before the podcast, I was watching an episode of The Love Boat. It was a
Nice.
Christmas
Yeah.
it was the Christmas episode. It
Right on.
I think it takes place in 1982.
Did
Um,
you cover that, Jerry? Have you covered
Not
that one?
yet. Not yet. That's on
Oh,
the list. Yeah,
oh,
I
you
nice.
have.
know what?
I have
When
like a
you're
ridiculously long list. It's like stupid long. I don't think I'm ever gonna do it unless I do the show for like another 20, 25 years. But
It's a decade
yeah,
long, the list.
Well, when you
Literally.
do
it's
that, when you're
crazy.
ready
Yeah.
to do that episode, I want on because I
Okay.
have been
All
watching.
right.
I have been watching The Love Boat like this week because I got rid of cable, so I just put on Pluto, and Pluto has the Love Boat channel, so I just put that on all day long and I watch it. It's
How does it hold up?
fascinating.
It's still good?
It is the weirdest show you've ever seen. It really is. It really is. Like, I don't remember it being. I remember watching it as a kid. There was an episode where Isaac, and here we go off topic, but that's fine. There was an episode where they take Isaac. Some guy makes a robot version of Isaac, and
They
he
did that
like
in Wonder Woman also. That's crazy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and he steals like a horse, and he does a whole bunch of things, and then they arrest the real Isaac, and then Telly Savalas is the guy they built the robot. Telly Savalas was the guy that they brought on, and they accidentally touch his watch, which controls Robot Isaac, and Robot Isaac bursts through this wall and hits, and he keeps walking against this wall, and he's like, he won't stop moving, and I was just waiting for him to keep going. Because that's what Isaac
Yeah,
does in
right.
the show. But it was such a weird episode. And then there was another one, which I have to tell you about, because I shared this one with my brother. The episode starts where this woman and her mom are coming onto the ship. And she's like, I can't wait for you to meet my future husband. And she goes, oh, I can't wait. The daughter walks away. This older gentleman walks up, and he goes, I can't believe you're here. And then they're hugging and stuff, and he says, and she goes, well, why are you here? He goes, well, they start talking about things and about their past relationship and how they used to date, and then guess who he is? He is the fiance to the woman's daughter. So
Ooh.
he dated the mom, and now he's
Oh my
dating the
gosh.
daughter, and that was the whole episode. And here's how it ended. Spoiler
Yikes.
alert. The daughter says, you were in love with my mom, I'll break up with you. And so he goes back with her mom, and so now he'll be her stepdad.
Oh
Oh, that's so
no.
creepy. This is from the 70s, this show? It was the 70s,
70s and
right?
80s. Yeah, you don't remember Love
So
Boat?
No, I
it
totally
was a
remembered. This
Okay.
specific episode, I was just wondering when it was.
I don't remember. It was I don't know because Pluto just shows them
different
randomly.
time, man.
Oh my
But
God.
It
It
was
was
the
a
Wild
different
West back
time.
then.
Different.
I
Yeah,
know
Well, I
it
that.
was
really
just like,
was.
I was like, what the hell am I watching? Like what? Like who wrote this episode? Who thought this was
Yeah,
a good
really.
idea?
Oh my
So
gosh, that is awesome.
so
And
maybe
that
we
was the
need this.
resolution.
Yeah,
The mom
that was
just
how
took
it
him back.
resolved.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Michelle
that's
says
why
she
it's the
loved
Love
the.
Boat. It's called.
I loved the Love Boat as a
That's
kid.
right.
We'll have to revisit
Yep.
it.
Exciting and new,
Yeah,
right?
Michelle, you have to. Yeah, exactly. You have to watch that episode and report back because that sounds wild. I want to watch
For
that one
real.
now.
Well, Pluto.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a parody of the Love Boat, not the actual Love
Right?
Boat.
Right? That sounds like
Yeah,
Saturday
You
Night
know what?
Live's version of Love Boat.
Well,
exactly.
you know what I discovered though is that the Love Boat knew about. They knew that they were insane because there was an
Right.
episode. There was an episode where it end like there was a. I was watching where the stories usually take place like they get on the ship and then they end with the cruise being over. This one started with the cruise ending, and this guy was in handcuffs, and the captain says something to the guy. He goes, "That will get you for trying to erase our memories when you come onto a cruise," and the police take him
What?
away. They don't really address it, but they just like
Just a
the
throwaway.
yeah, it's a crazy, just saying these crazy stories. So
I need
I
to I need
encourage.
to
Fun.
start the ratties with that.
Yeah, for real. That's a great idea. Put the
That'll
captain's
teach you.
hat on.
So yeah, you need to watch
Oh goodness.
watch the Love Boat on Pluto. The show like the same 20 episodes. I've seen this one episode like 2 or 3 times already.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But yeah, so
But-
yes, Jerry, Love Boat. That's I'm
All
on
right,
that episode.
I'll put you down. Now, I do hate to do this. My wife's texting me that she needs help to put the kids to sleep. I guess one of
Well,
them's being a little rambunctious, so I'm gonna have to unfortunately step out. But again, happy
Okay.
anniversary! Thanks for having me, and
thanks.
congratulations, man. So,
Yep, I think I'm gonna just end this. I thanks for
Okay,
everybody for
great.
watching because I said only about 20 minutes, and of course it's 42. It's been 40 minutes, so we're gonna be ending
I did
it.
tell my wife. Yeah, he wants to keep it like 30 minutes or less, and she's like, "All right, I'll see you in 45 minutes." So.
We'll
Famous
tell,
last words. That's
we'll
it.
just
That's
tell her
right.
we had to tell her we had to talk about the Love Boat. That was important.
That's
So,
right.
Okay.
She
Well,
won't
hey,
believe it's a real episode.
yeah. So
Yeah.
well, thank you
Everybody,
for all
thank
who
you for
are
joining
watching.
too. And Michelle and Carly, who we know. Thank you guys. Great seeing you
Yes.
guys again. Jerry and Joe.
Thank you for
Good
voting.
seeing you guys.
Support your favorites here. They'll appreciate
Yes.
it. You can
Yep.
find the link at Totally Rad Christmas on Instagram. There's a links in my bio there. So
Yep.
all right.
Check out Totally Rad Christmas and the Christmas Cousin
Thank you.
podcast.
Yes.
And I'll have more videos coming out soon. So thanks everybody.
Thanks for having us.
All
Thank
righty.
you.
Bye.
All right.